The power of love. Most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other, for love covers a multitude of sins. First book of Peter 4, verse 8. This verse from Peter's first epistle encapsulates a profound spiritual truth that transcends doctrine and ritual. It speaks to the heart of Christian living, love as a redemptive and transformative force. To grasp the depth of this truth, one must explore its context, biblical echoes, and theological implications. Context and urgency of the message. Peter writes this letter to Christians facing persecution and suffering, encouraging them to remain faithful and holy in a hostile world. His exhortation to continue to show deep love is not a mere suggestion, but an urgent call to embody the heart of Christ in the midst of trials. The phrase "most important of all" underscores that love is the crowning virtue, the anchor that holds the Christian community together. This love is not passive or sentimental. It is deep, a Greek word that implies fervency, constancy, and effortful intensity. In other words, love is something one must stretch toward, especially when it is difficult. Love that covers echoes from Proverbs and the cross. Peter's phrase, "Love covers a multitude of sins," echoes Proverbs 10, verse 12. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sins. This covering is not about ignoring or excusing sin, but rather choosing forgiveness, patience, and reconciliation over judgment. It reflects the heart of God, who covered humanity's sins through the sacrificial love of Christ. When Jesus forgave the adulterous woman in John 8, he did not condone her sin, but shielded her from public shame and condemnation, offering her a new beginning rooted in grace. This kind of love, rooted in divine mercy, is costly and countercultural. Joseph's response to his brothers in Genesis 50 after they had wronged him is a vivid narrative example. He had every right to retaliate, but instead declare, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." He loved them deeply, and in doing so, he covered the multitude of their past wrongs, preserving not only their lives, but also the unity of God's chosen family, the community built by love. The early church in Acts 2, verse 42 to 47 demonstrates this love in action. They shared possessions, broke bread together, and bore with one another in harmony. Their communal life was not idealistic, but deeply sacrificial. It was love, intense, active, forgiving love, that allowed them to overcome offenses and remain one in spirit. Paul echoed a similar truth in Colossians 3, verse 13 and 14, urging believers to forgive as the Lord forgave them, and above all these, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. Lessons for today. The truth of first book of Peter 4, verse 8 reminds us that Christian love is not a passive feeling, but a transformative power. It confronts sin not with wrath, but with grace. It seeks not revenge, but restoration. It is the force that allows broken people to become one body. When we love deeply, we mirror the love of Christ and participate in God's ongoing work of redemption. In a world marked by division and self-interest, this kind of love is both rare and revolutionary, and it remains the most powerful witness of the gospel we can offer.